friends. Welcome to this week's M-Kids Bible Adventure.
Hello, kids! Welcome back to the exciting Bible Adventure Stories. We're here with Nkosinati and myself, and we're going to dive straight into today's story. Are you ready, Nati?
Yay!
Awesome! Today we're reading about Zacchaeus.
What a strange name.
There are some people called Zacchaeus even today.
Uh-oh.
Be
Hope I didn't
careful.
offend you guys.
You didn't mean to offend, did you?
No.
Okay, so what do you do when you offend?
Say sorry.
Okay. So, Jesus is coming to town. Everyone in Jericho came out to see the young prophet who could do wonderful miracles that no one else could do. People lined both sides of the road. Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus too, but he was so short he couldn't see over the others, and the people would not make room for him. "Let me through," he cried out. "Let me see Jesus." People moved closer together, making a wall in front of him. That was nasty, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Zacchaeus knew they hated him. They were his own people, but he collected taxes from them for the Romans, and he always charged extra money so he could keep some for himself.
Romans? You mean Romans pizza?
No, not Romans pizza. The Romans were a people that oppressed God's people. So they were more powerful and they were in charge, and they used to charge taxes. They used to make the Jewish people pay taxes. And so Zacchaeus was one of these people who was a Jew, but he used to collect taxes on behalf of the Romans. And that was considered betrayal, really. Imagine one of your own people working on the side of your enemy. So
you
they
put it
didn't.
like that. That sounds bad.
Yeah, they didn't like him very much for that. They didn't like tax collectors, actually, back then. So Jesus was about to pass by. Afraid that he would miss him, Zacchaeus ran ahead and climbed up a sycamore tree. I like that word, sycamore. Look at Zacchaeus up there. The people laughed and made fun of him. Zacchaeus felt ashamed. But what else could he do? He had to see Jesus and hear what he had to say. Jesus stopped when he came near the tree. Zacchaeus blushed when Jesus looked up and saw him perched on a limb of a tree. Would the prophet make fun of him too? Would Jesus tell him he deserved to be on the outside of the group, hated by everyone? "Zacchaeus," Jesus called up to him, "hurry and come down, for today I must stay at your house."
Jesus staying in his house?
Yeah. Remember even last week's story? Jesus is friends with people that others don't like. You remember that? The Samaritan woman?
Oh, yeah.
So Jesus was going to stay at Zacchaeus' home for that day. The people grumbled. They didn't like that. Jesus will go to the house of a sinner?
These Jews have issues.
They've got issues. Amazed and grateful, Zacchaeus happily scrambled down. He led Jesus to his fine home and ordered his servants to prepare a feast. As Jesus spoke, Zacchaeus listened. His heart changed. He looked around at all he owned and knew that what other people said about him was actually true. "I am a sinner," Zacchaeus told Jesus. He didn't want to sin anymore. He wanted to live for God. But would Jesus believe him? Would the people believe him? Zacchaeus got up and opened the doors wide so the people from his town could hear. "I will give half of all I own to the poor, and if I have taken more tax money than I should have from anyone, I will give back 4 times as much." Imagine, he had that much money. He had stolen that much money.
I think you should have given me some as well.
Yeah, I suppose if you were there at the time, he would have given you some. The people who heard this were astonished and praised God. Jesus smiled. Today, salvation has come to this home. I have come to save people like you who have been lost. God forgave Zacchaeus for his sins and welcomed him into his family as his child.
But what does it mean? But he wasn't lost.
When we are not friends with God, we are as good as lost. We are lost. But when we make him our friend, when we accept him as our Savior, he is our friend and we're no longer lost. That's what it means. So Jesus came to look for those who were lost and to save them. You get it now? Okay. That's the end of that story. It was pretty short, like short Zacchaeus. Must we make fun of short people, Natty?
Never. No. I even have a short friend.
Okay. All right. I hope you don't make fun of him. God makes all sorts of people. Tall people, short people, skinny people, fat people. But we mustn't call people fat, actually. Just people who are extra healthy. Okay. So, here's some interesting facts. Roman law said that tax collectors could take as much money from their fellow Jews as they wanted. Imagine that. That wasn't cool at all. As long as they gave Rome the required tax. The tax collectors became rich, but certainly not popular in their own country. God's law said that someone caught stealing had to pay back at least 4 times the amount he took. And you can find this story in Exodus chapter 22. When Zacchaeus agreed to do that, he was admitting that he had taken so much tax money from people, and it was like stealing. All right. Do you have any final words for the kids at home, Natty?
Nothing much.
Okay. All right, kids. It's time to say goodbye. Don't forget, if you want to read more of these stories or stories like these, visit the Miracle Life Family Church bookshop and you'll find plenty of books and you'll find a lot more exciting Bible adventures. But don't forget to join us next week and the week after and the one after that for some more exciting stories. It's so much more fun to read together. Don't you think, Natty?
I think so too.
Awesome. So, from me and Natty, it's goodbye for now. Take care.
Bye.